5,000 plus folks we had here. We had almost 30,000 watches yesterday. And so welcome to everyone watching on YouTube. To begin today's keynote, I'd like to start with a story. It's a story of my very first day on the job at Google. Now, I'm sure you've all been at a new job. You understand the apprehensiveness you might feel with a new office, new people. It was on that very first day. If you believe in innovation from everyone, then welcome to Android. Now, let's get started. Let's talk a little bit about the momentum that we've achieved in 18 months. It's been a year and a half since we've been started. Electronic companies in the world, Sony Ericsson, HTC, Motorola, and many others who are producing devices that meet the needs of consumers. We think this is pretty fantastic progress in just 18 months. Of course, let's enjoy. Let's talk about 5 pillars. Number 1, let's begin with speed. Now, as you developers know, the Android architecture is one that's built upon a virtual machine, the Dalvik virtual machine. And we think it's very important. It's a critical design decision we made that future-proofs your application. We have big dreams for Android. And part of those dreams mean that Android will go to new places with new chip architectures. But by having your applications right to the virtual machine, why we believe we can go carry the entire ecosystem to exciting new areas. Of course, that only works if the virtual machine is fast. And the Dalvik VM has done its job, being fast, efficient, and automatic and easy for developers. But we can do even better. And we're very proud to announce that in Froyo, we've added a JIT, a just-in-time compiler, which gives up to 2 to 5x speed up of your apps on the exact same hardware. Now, this is best demonstrated, and let's do that. Let's go to our first demo. We're going to show you a game. The game has been modified for purposes of this demo. You guys may know Replica Island. Here's what we've done to modify the game. The game now will show the frame rate that it's rendering in the bottom right-hand corner. If the frame rate drops beneath 30 frames a second, the screen will flash red. Exact same hardware, exact same game. Top is running Froyo with JIT compilation. The bottom is running Eclair. We're going to introduce a crazy number of monsters into this game. So you see the monsters keep getting added, increasing the complexity of the game. You see the frame rate at the top, and as we add complexity, it starts to slow down. You'll note there at the bottom, there are times when we're dropping beneath 30 frames a second, and it's flashing red. You'll note at the top is Froyo. Exactly the same game, runs much better. Never dropping beneath 30 frames a second. All because of the JIT compiler. All right, let's go back to slides. Heard loud and clear from the enterprise that they need very specific features. Well, in Froyo, we introduced over 20 new features designed to meet the needs of enterprise. Let me touch on 2 of them. Number 1, we've become Microsoft Exchange friendly. Now, what Matt has on the screen here on his laptop is Google Maps. He's in Google Maps, and he's using the Chrome browser. And he's added a Chrome extension. The Chrome extension is in the upper right-hand corner, and that sends it to his phone. So in the map, he's got directions. He's got directions from the Moscow News Center to Google headquarters, and he wants to send that to the phone. What do you think happens? Do you think we send a text message that says this is the address? Do you think we send an email? No, we send an Android intent. In other words, when he says send a phone, the message gets sent to our server, gets pushed down to the device kicks into navigation mode automatically. Keep your eye, when he clicks on send a phone, keep your eye on the Android device. So send it to phone, and on the Android device, boom, right into navigation. Cloud-to-device API. Let me show you another example. You're reading an article on the desktop. You think it's awesome, but you're out of time and you need to run. You want to keep reading that on the Android phone. Why don't you send that to the device, Matt? To the device? Opens up the browser, takes you right to that article, not ever having to press any other keys. Isn't that great? what you're going to go do with this API. All right, let's go back to slides. You're going to love this. I mean, come on. If you're like me, you have a plethora of devices you carry around with you. And all those devices shouldn't mean added complexity in yet another bill. Right? You should be able to, at the platform level, enable tethering. And so now your Android device can in fact become a portable hotspot and really serve the needs of these other devices that you might have with you. In fact, let's show you a demo of this working. Matt has Nexus 1 running Froyo. He'll go right into tethering and portable hotspot. He'll enable the hotspot. He'll give it a name. In fact, I think he's already named this as Android AP. And that hotspot will turn on. We'll give it a second there. There we go. Tethering hotspot is now active. Now he'll go to another device that doesn't have connectivity. How about that iPad? And there you go. One bill. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's go back to slides. Popular thing people do with these smartphones? What do you think it is? Fairly obvious. Is they actually use the phone. The number two thing they do is they do text messaging. And the third most used application is the browser. And so it's critically important for us to make the Android browser rock. But we took the same JavaScript interpreter that we had in Chrome, that made Chrome so fast, V8, and we brought that into Froyo. Now, we're going to do this demo with a number of devices. We're going to do this demo, 3 devices. We're going to do this demo with Froyo, a Claire, and an iPad. Now, here's the demo we're going to do. There's an industry standard test. In fact, there's a suite of 26 tests, the SunSpider tests, that really exercise JavaScript performance of all kinds. And when Matt presses start across these 3 devices, we're going to exercise each one of these 26 tests. As we complete one test, that little Android robot will take 1 breaststroke forward. And as all 26 tests are complete, we're going to complete an entire lap. Okay? So how are we going to go do here? Let's go ahead and start this test. Let's see what happens. Oh, you started the iPad first, trying to give it a little bit of a lead here. You can cheer. That's great. I really wonder if we'll be able to get that in the App Store. Oh, it's a web app. How great is that? Let's go back to get capabilities that were formerly only limited to native access to the platform. What kind of capabilities? Well, think about the things that you can access